Hi, I'm going to talk to you about the seismometer. A seismometer is for the measuring of direction, intensity, and duration of earthquake by measuring the movement of the ground. A seismometer registers something like this. These lines that explain the movement of the ground. And what about the scales? Exist different scales to explain the earthquake. For example, exists the scale of Richter. Richter was a seismologist and explained the numerical scale to rate the increase of the earthquakes. Each successive number on the scale represents a tenfold increase in the amount of energy released by an earthquake. Other scale is the seismic moment magnitude. This measures the area of the displaced rock. And for the last scale is the seismological reckoning. This scale uses Roman numerals to describe an earthquake by its effects on the environment. For example, a scale number 1 is when happen an earthquake and the people do not feel it. And scale number 10 could be when a building falls down.
I talked you about the history of seismology. Far back in history, people have tried to explain why earthquakes occur. The Chinese were the first to build an instrument for registering earthquakes. In 1875, the first seismometer is invented by Filippo Secchi in Italy. In 1889, a distant earthquake is recorded instrumentally for the first time. The recording is made in Germany of a Japanese earthquake. In 1892, John Mill develops a seismometer which is installed around the world, and this is the beginning of global earthquake monitoring. In 1906, Richard Holman discovers Earth's core by studying seismic waves. And in 1935, Charles Richter develops the magnitude scale which is used for determining the size of earthquakes as applied in California. In 1946, a nuclear explosion is recorded by a seismograph for the first time. In 1966, Kiriaki defines the seismic moment, which is a physical measure of the magnitude of an earthquake. In 1969 to 1972, Apollo astronauts placed a seismometer on the moon, and the first moonquakes are registered. In 1977, Hiro Kanamori established the moment magnitude scale, which is a measure of earthquake magnitude based on the seismic moment that is used by most seismologists today. In 1996, the Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty (CTBT) is established. As of 2005, the treaty is signed by 274 countries.
I'm Carlos Eduardo Shoraiwitz. I'm going to talk to you of how the seismometer works. A simple seismometer is the sensitive up and down motions of the earth. Can be understood with visualizing a weight hanging on a spring. The spring and weight are supposed to frame that moves along with the earth's surface. As the earth moves, the relative motion between the weight and the earth provides a measure of vertical ground motion. Then the seismographer has a frame that works with the moves up and down of the air and the moves to the sides. So the rotating drum, the barrel where the pencil writes this is the activity, is attaching to the frame, what's moved up and down. A pen attached to the mass. The mass is the move of sides. This relative motion, this motion make the pencil right, and the motion up and down make the barrel make turns. The weight and the air can be recorded to produce a history ground motion called a seismogram. That seismogram is where the pencil writes on the barrel and can give us a part, or can we see how does the earth moves, and that is how the seismometer works.
Earthquake engineering is a scientific field concerned with protecting society, the natural and the man-made environment from earthquakes by limiting the seismic risks to socio-economical acceptable levels. It encompasses disciplines from the wider field of civil engineering and from the soil sciences. This branch of engineering uses the seismometer to record seismic waves, allowing the map to the interior of the Earth and locating the measure of the size of the different sources. In that way, they measure motions of the ground so they can study the behavior of structures and geostructures subject to seismic loading. It also helps to foresee the potential consequences from some strong earthquakes on human events on civil infrastructure. Designing, constructing, and maintaining structures to perform an earthquake exposure up to the expectations and encompasses building codes.
Well, I will talk about the basic principles of the seismometer. A simple seismometer that is sensitive to up-down motion of the Earth can be understood by visualizing weights hanging on the spring. Well, the spring weights are suspended from a frame that moves along with the Earth's surface. As the Earth moves, the relative motion between the weights and the Earth provides a measure of the vertical ground motion. If a coordinate systems is installed such at a rotating drums attached to the frame and a pen attached to the mass, this relative motion between the weights and Earth can be recorded to produce a history of ground motions called a seismogram. So that is all.